Holy crap, guys. We got to talk. We got to break down what's going on right now. The futures are taking a beating. The Russell's down 4%. The S&P futures are down 1.7. We have the Dow down over 2%. And the NASDAQ futures are down over 1%. So we got to go over stocks, charts, my thoughts on the markets. And of course, we're going to break down what I'm doing now. So I'm probably going to upload this onto YouTube as well. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, I make these morning videos exclusively for Patreon typically. So check out my Patreon if you want. It's linked down below. And let's just get right into it. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and let's talk. So, like I said, the futures are getting destroyed. And we're getting news now that there's a new strain of you-know-what coming out of South Africa. And this actually hurt the global equity markets overnight. As you guys know, the U.S., there's a big time difference with China, right? And over in China and Asia Pacific, Hong Kong's benchmark Hang Seng Index stood 2.7% lower, while the Tokyo's Nikkei, so this is not obviously all in China, but Asia Pacific, Tokyo's Nikkei 225 closed down 2.5%, and Australia's S&P ASX 200 pulled back about 2%. So in Australia, the markets are down. Tokyo markets are down, and in Hong Kong, the markets are down. And this is after South Africa raised the alarm over a new fast-spreading strain of the coronavirus, triggering concern about the potential for new travel restrictions or other curbs that could limit economic activity. And it's still early. We don't know exactly how this is going to go about, right? But there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of tension. Now people are like, holy crap, is this the next massive strain that is going to cause a legitimate shutdown number 2? And with that being said, the VIX is up 40%, guys. 4-0. The VIX is up 40%. We can't make this stuff up. So there's a lot of fear over this. A lot of fear over travel getting shut down, lockdowns potentially, and of course just the massive spread of a new strain. There's a lot of fear around this, and there's already cases I was reading in the, what was it, UK maybe? Or no, maybe not UK. It was South Africa. And you know, just a little case, a little bit in China. I heard a little bit, but who the heck knows what their real case numbers are? But it's starting, but it seems like it's way more of a fast spreading strain from what I was literally reading, and it's currently 5:30 a.m. So I just got up, so there's not much I was able to read and get into, but from what I was seeing, that's what I'm seeing, right? And who knows? Is this legitimate? Is it not? Is it going to be as bad as what we've seen? Who the heck knows? But as of now, that, to be honest, doesn't matter. What matters is that the markets are reacting to that, and they're not really thinking, oh, is this going to be this bad, what's going to happen? I mean, they are thinking that, but it's kind of just a sudden shock, and that's why we're seeing this big drop, and it's probably going to, if things get worse, it might bleed out more. But as of now, SPY, which tracks the S&P 500, guys, you should know that this broke under the uptrending channel, right? You guys can see it was trading within this channel pretty much all of November. Now we're no longer doing that. We're trading under it. But on the 4-hour, let me show you this, guys. We've pulled back now to the 180 SMA on this time frame, which is a pretty good sign considering we got too hot at 473. Let's be honest, guys. So now that we're cooling off on this catalyst, which hopefully it doesn't get worse, not because I just don't want the stock market to go down, but just for humanity in general. I mean, I don't want there to be another fast spreading. I just want this to be over, right? And in that case, the markets will do well. It's kind of like a byproduct of it. But I'm not just saying that because I want the markets to go back up. That's kind of dumb of me, right? But yeah, I just want this stuff away, to be honest. I want it gone. And at this point, right by the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, guys. This is where buyers have stepped in the past. Take a look. I mean, all throughout May to about the middle of September, before we did collapse a bit in October, buyers stepped in right by the 180 SMA like clockwork on every single dip. And if I pull up triple Q, you guys see pretty much it's the same thing for triple Q. You know, buyers have stepped in all throughout the year, right above the 180 SMA, other than that little dump off in October where we recovered back over the 180 SMA eventually. So at this point now, triple Q is down about 3.5% from the highs, SPY's down about 3%, and both of them are trading above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And to be honest, it's not a crazy drop. I mean, the Russell is dropping even more. If I pull up the Russell chart, just in the past couple of days, Russell 2000 is down 6%, 5-6%. That's not including the futures being down about 4%. So let's say Russell closed down 4%. We're talking about a 10% drop in the Russell in literally a week or two, which would put it in correction territory. And to be honest, guys, if this gets worse for the Russell, and oh wow, look at IJR, it's getting ugly, which is showing the pre-market drop here, which tracks the Russell. This is a small caps ETF. If things get worse, I'm probably going to be buying more IJR. You guys in my Patreon know I've been adding a little bit to that. This is kind of a long-term play. It is a long-term play for me when it comes to small cap exposure, and I've owned it since the 70s. Now my average cost is like a 90, maybe close to 95 or something like that. So I'm definitely going to be buying a little bit more IJR and VOO. I haven't bought VOO in like a month. This is one that I usually just average into all the time, especially if the markets are down 5-10%. And now that we're getting close to 5% after a huge rally from the beginning of October, pretty much a month and a half. Again, I haven't added VOO in a while, a while being 1 month, which is not really that long of a time. But now that we're selling off, I'm probably going to buy more VOO. Let's take a look at some of these travel stocks. AAL, American Airlines, is gapping down from 1946. That was the closing price on Wednesday. Now it just hit a low of 18, so it's down like 6-7%. LUV is getting a beating, guys. Down about $4, $3-4 in the pre-market. The thing is, some of these tech stocks, I'm assuming they're not getting hit as hard. That's why the Nasdaq's not bleeding much at all compared to these travel stocks, and it makes sense, right? What stocks benefited during the initial wave back in March 2020, right? What stocks benefited? And throughout the, months following, it's the tech stock. So Amazon is only down $20 per share pre-market. That's nothing. Google, it's probably barely down. Google, is Google up? No, don't even tell me Google's up right now in the pre-market. No, it's down a little bit, but still, it's down about $20, which for Google really isn't anything. Apple's probably barely down. Maybe Apple's down a little bit more. Apple's down a little bit more. Apple's down about 2% pre-market. Okay, that's a decent drop. Facebook, let's see what Facebook's down. Facebook's barely down. It's down $5. Nothing crazy. But what you're going to notice is the cruise lines, they're probably getting slaughtered right now. Yeah, they closed at 20. CCL closed at 20, and it just hit 1750 low today. It's down about 12%. It was down 12%. NCLH is probably getting a beating. Yep, that's down a lot. Crude oil I was looking at earlier this morning is down a chunk. Crude oil is at 73 a barrel right now. It was at 78 on Wednesday. So these oil stocks are going to be getting destroyed. So I'm probably going to be buying more XLE in the meantime, potentially, because my average is roughly like $53 per share, and now we're back at 54, so I might as well add a little bit more there. So a lot of stocks, guys, it's going to be a bloodbath today. Even though today's a half day, I think we end off at like 1 or something like that, and that's East Coast, by the way, East Coast time. Today's going to be a bloodbath in the short amount of time we have, and now that I'm thinking about it, there's definitely less trading volume, so it's going to make the volatility way more spiked up, which is what we're seeing. And, with less trading volume, bigger moves are they just occur more, because the thinly traded volume, it's not good. That's why with OTC stocks, if you're putting in market orders, or not even market orders, but if you're just trading these OTC stocks, you got to be careful, especially after market hours. It's kind of the same thing now with the overall markets, holiday weekend, whatever. And by the way, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, all that good stuff. I just wanted to get this video out. And yeah, we're going to probably talk more about these markets later on. I mean, obviously, today's going to be interesting, even though we're not seeing a crazy amount of, buying pressure, obviously. It's a lot of selling pressure, but it's going to be fun. So if you guys found value, hit the like button, drop me a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Patreon, I appreciate you as always. I'll post my moves if I do make any today, obviously on Patreon. And if you're on YouTube, check it out. It's linked down below. Do all that good stuff. Get your $50 from M1 Finance, your 2 stocks from Webull. Those are linked down below. And most importantly, strap up, guys. Get ready for this roller coaster ride. It is going to be crazy today. So that's it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.